Alrighty. I'm gonna move this out of the way. All right. Let's open it up. Ooh. Now, is it showing up? It's not showing up. Okay. Oh. Okay. So. Yes, it is for real. Now I've got to figure out how to do this. Hold on. I got a shift tab. Nope, that's not what I gotta do. I got an alt tab. And we gotta see game capture. Wow, it's very loud. Let me lower that down a bit. Okay. Let's see. I need for it to be. Ah! Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure that out. Can you guys at least hear me? Okay, hold on. Let me call Cody. Okay, audio's good. Let's see. If Cody fixed, yes. Okay. Let's put him on speaker. What? Hello? Alright. What is going on here? Oh, hold up. No, you're not. No, you're not good. Oh. Hello? I can't get the game visuals on the screen.
Go put it on video, bro, so I can see it.
Oh my god. This is so janky. I'm streaming.
Are you still calling me? I'm talking.
Here.
Just making sure. Wait, you're streaming it through Discord?
No, I'm streaming it through OBS.
Alright, so click the little plus at the bottom.
Here?
Oh, you have game capture on.
Yeah, I know, but it's not capturing the game.
Right click game capture.
Okay.
Click properties.
Where's properties? Oh, there we go.
I'm playing Fortnite with my breath over.
Fix it or die. Oh, I see. I see.
That's it. I want to see.
There we go. I changed it. Oh my god.
Okay. Is it showing? I don't think it's showing. Oh.
I fixed it! Oh, I'm such a dumbass. Okay, anyways. Come watch the fucking stream, please. I love you, bye.
I'm gonna put it on my iPad.
Okay, I love you, bye.
Bye.
Huh. Alrighty, guys. We fixed it. Alrighty. So I'm gonna mute that. I'll have it up a little bit just so I can... Anyways, hello guys. I'll wait for a few more people to show up. I know a couple of people. I'll start at around 9:30. I'm just checking my messages here. So, this is a Mortician's Tale. It's a game by, I think, Lazy Bear Company. Let me see. Let's look it up. Yeah, Laundry Bear. Laundry Bear. He's playing Fortnite. Okay. So anyways, we're gonna start this, a new game. So this is a story about a mortician. Which is what I want to be, eventually. Anyways. Give it a few more minutes. See if other people show up. Because I know... Oh, you know what? I should put this on, Twitter. Let's go to Twitter. Twitter. And I will post the link. Come watch. Cody, do you think D-Ron would like to do you think D-Ron would like to come see this? Yeah, technical issues at the beginning of a stream are always on brand for me. It's just how it is. I'm double fisting it. I have water as well as tea. So I also am very on brand because I got Evangelion. I also have Todoroki pants on. Oh hell yeah, Crash 2. Alright, where else can I post this? With a big iron on his hip. Okay, I'm gonna see if Kin's gonna show up. Okay, and then I will, I'll start the game in like a minute. I just want to see if other people show up. Oh, I have 4 watchers so far. I'm excited about that. One of them is me, but that makes sense. Anyways, I think we should start because why not? Right? So let's start. It's September 14th. It's 10:15 a.m. Oh! Alrighty. Oh. Let's go over here and check our email. Alright. So, hello and welcome to our new funeral director. This is from Matthew Jeffrey to Charlie. I don't know who Charlie is. Oh, I guess I'm Charlie. Okay. Welcome, Charlie. Nice to meet ya. My name's Matthew, and I'm mainly going to be the man who delivers the bodies to ya and helps with some more heavy lifting. Ever hear that joke about a hearse driver? I'll tell it to you when I come by in a bit. Looking forward to working together. I think you'll enjoy working here. Amy is a sweetheart, but she runs a tight ship. Nothing you can't handle, I'm sure. She wouldn't have hired you otherwise. Cheers and good luck, Matthew J., Funeral Director, Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. Hello and welcome to our new funeral director. Alright, we've got some instructions from Amy. Hello, Charlie. Well, you're new here, so it's probably best I explain where everything is. In your office preparation room, you'll find your cremation station, your cremulator station, your embalming station, and obviously, since you're reading this email, your desk and computer area. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. See you. But thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Also, I'm not cleaning out anybody's butt in this game. I don't know, maybe I will. We'll see. Anyways, I know you have experience working with these stations, but please let me know if you have any questions. Best, Amy Rose, founder and director of Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. Alright, so let's see Jen Love. Huh. Good luck, you beautiful and smart babe, you. From Jen. I guess my subject lines to you should start being more professional now that we are business professionals. I can't wait to get your reply so I can see your fancy new email signature. I love that you were able to land this gig straight after graduating. It sounds super cool. I didn't even know Mom and Pop funeral homes were a thing until now. Guess it's just not something I really think about that much. I should look more into this. Learn more about your world and industry because, as I said, you are now a very serious professional. Speaking of being a professional, my museum gig is amazing. I can't believe somebody paid me to move to London and not London, Ontario. Serial killer capital of Canada. To work in a museum. Like, take that, everyone who said I couldn't get a job with an art history degree. I'll tell you more about it when we Skype. My stories require you to see my face and that you hear my excellent British accent impersonation. Also, I signed you up for a Funerals Monthly newsletter. Consider it your graduation gift. I love you. I'm super proud of you. Gift. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Oh, we gotta scroll down. Come on, scroll down. Oh, there we go. Jen, museum curator. Hey! That was also a job that I pursued at one point. An email from that one chick that loves Sonic. Alright. So today's tasks. Alrighty. We'll read that in a bit. I think I'm going to read this first. From Funerals Monthly to subscriber. Thanks for subscribing. Each month we will bring you a new newsletter featuring a topic pertaining to the death industry. This month it's all about good etiquette for attending a funeral. I really can't believe we have to write this one out, but since we said we'll answer your most popular questions, here we are, because this is definitely one of the most popular questions. Funerals are a hard time, and we understand that, but here are some quick and easy rules to remember for being respectful at a funeral. Generally, following the guidelines of don't be a jerk should work. 1. Don't be on your cell phone. We understand you're busy, but this is a time and a place to disengage. If you have to be on your cell phone, don't do so inside the funeral home. That makes sense. That was a little too fast. All right, number 2, don't be loud and obnoxious. Also very easy. You can share happy stories, but other people are also grieving and working through their own healing process. Being quiet gives other people space they might need. Don't get drunk. Don't get drunk, guys. Everyone can deal with their feelings in their own ways. Just remember to be respectful and with the grieving family and friends. Happily reminisce. Sometimes remembering happy moments and positive experiences with the deceased can be a productive part of the healing process. Also good. Hello, Crow. How are you? We just started, so you haven't missed much. I'm just reading the monthly newsletter. So we are on number 5. Number 5 is give condolences. It's not easy knowing what to say to someone, but even a simple "I'm thinking of you" can go a long way. Number 6 is dress appropriately. What this looks like will change based on the customs of the deceased and their culture, but always dress in a way that shows respect to the deceased and their grieving family, i.e. don't dress like a total fucking slut. Number 8, give a gift or sign the registration book. This can be flowers or a nice card, but it's the thought that counts here. Sometimes this can even just be cooking dinner for the grieving family. Anything that shows you care and want to help out through the healing process is what matters here. Be kind and be helpful. So I have an actual an anecdote, I guess, for this, because one of my coworkers recently, his mom just passed away, and so our whole store basically pitched in and bought him and his family a huge basket of snacks and charcuterie type stuff, olives and chocolate and just things like that you can easily snack on, that you don't have to really prepare, because when you're grieving, you don't really want to fucking cook, to be honest. You don't want to do much. So we thought that that would be a good little gift, and we got him that, and he actually really loved it. He thought it was he was so surprised that we got him anything at all, really. But yeah, it just goes to show you that you gotta, do that stuff. So anyways, let's get back to the game. Today's tasks from Amy Rose, i.e. Sonic's girlfriend. Hello, Charlie. Hope you've settled in okay so far. Matthew should have dropped off your first body for you to work on. He said you were really friendly, and he's glad to have someone young and lively to work with. You'll get used to his sense of humor. Okay, your first body is Mrs. Garcia, an elderly woman who died suddenly of a heart attack. The family has asked for a closed casket funeral, so no embalming or body preparation is necessary. The family seems a little bit more united than previous families we've dealt with. Strange how grief affects people differently. Perhaps having more time to say goodbye makes things a bit easier, if that's possible. That being said, although you will not be embalming Miss Garcia, I do think it's important to take time to clean her body. No one is going to see her body, but I like to encourage my funeral directors to do this out of respect for the deceased and their loved ones. You'll find Miss Garcia in the prep room. Talk soon, Amy Rose. Oh, we've got a whole... Oh, here we go. We have special requests for... Dear Mia, of course we will happily oblige your request for no embalming and for a closed casket. I'll ensure our funeral director receives your request. Take care. I see. So this is from Mia Garcia. We're happy to be with Rose and Daughters for my mother's funeral. We understand that there are usually procedures that must be followed in these situations, but if you could kindly not embalm my mother, that would be greatly appreciated. And we will proceed with the closed casket for the service. I just know she wouldn't have wanted her death to give any negative impact on the environment, and since she fought so hard to beat her heart disease and to live healthily, it would be a shame to have her final moments to be counter to the way she lived. Hell yeah, let's do a natural burial. I love natural burials. That's what I want to do with my body when I die, is to have a natural burial. So here we go. This is Mrs. Garcia's body over here, so let's maybe go over here and give her a nice little wash. All right, the prep room. This is the prep room where you will prepare bodies and for burials and viewings, okay? Because the family has requested a closed casket ceremony with no embalming, you are just going to clean the body. Click on the sponge and drag it over the body to clean it. So let's grab the sponge and... So here we are, we're cleaning the body. Hi, Ken! How are you? Alright. Body is clean. Sparkly. Alright, that's it, you're done. Miss Garcia will be sent to Mike, who will take care of dressing and putting her in the casket. Perfect. Oh, did you? You got, Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs? That's such a good book. I love the illustrations in it. It's so good. It's so good. I read it, within, a week. It was like that for me. Alright, it's time to go to Miss Garcia's funeral. You are responsible for taking care of the deceased body, but it's also important to pay your respects to their loved ones. Oh, yeah! My frog mug. I actually painted it myself. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I put my little initials on. Oh, I'm way too low. Hi. I'll push it in there. See if you guys can see it. I don't know. But I painted it at a pottery painting place. And he's very cute. His name is Stanley. I love him. Even though all frogs are named Jimmy. Alright. Follow the arrow to head to the funeral parlor. So we are going to be going to the funeral now. Oh, I've changed clothes. Alrighty. Let's go. Here we are. Alright, so I guess now it's kind of like a free-for-all. I can talk to whoever. This is a really cute little funeral. No, it's not pottery and thottery. No, not pottery and thottery. So who should we talk to first? Let's talk to these people since they're close. Hello. She would have hated these paintings. She was so particular. Oh. Oh. Yeah, at least she doesn't have to see them, I guess. Oh. Oh no. Oh. Oh yeah, I haven't been on Animal Crossing in like a couple of weeks. They're probably all forgot me now. That's heavy sigh. Yeah, I guess. All right, let's talk to these people over here. They seem to be. I hate wearing pantyhose. My legs are so itchy. But it's always so cold in these funeral homes. Well, the reason for that is because we don't want the dead body to rot. I think I might actually miss those sweaters she used to knit for me now. Oh, that's sad. Oh. Well, I paid my respects. Let's talk to this guy. Is this Mike? Or Matthew? That's Matthew, right? It was Matthew. We usually don't small talk a lot at these things. At least that's what I was always taught. I guess you are Matthew, then. Let's see what this little boy has to say. Mommy, I'm hungry. When can we go? Oh! Oh, no. Oh, I see. Oh. Well, let's maybe talk to these guys. Oh. Do we have to go through the whole thing again? Oh, we do. Okay. Let's talk to these guys. Yeah, I heard the family specifically said no embalming. I thought it was mandatory, like required by law, but I guess not. No, it is not required by law. I mean, maybe in like certain states it might be, but I know, or it could, well, see, that's something I gotta learn about in mortuary school, I guess. Anyways, embalming weirds me out. Do those chemicals leach into the ground? Seems strange to be using a chemical that is known to cause cancer and putting it into the ground like that. It is a little weird. I will admit it is a little weird. Or into the sewer. That's what they must do with the leftover formaldehyde, right? Just pour it down the drain. At least embalming guarantees you won't be buried alive. That's a little morbid. Stop it. Don't make me laugh right now. Okay, let's see if they had any more to say, since we kind of accidentally hate wearing pantyhose. Think I might actually miss those sweaters. Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, let's go back. We paid our respects. Oh, aw. Oh, we're at October 11th. That's really cute, actually. I think mine's might be overgrown now, too, to be honest. Alright, let's check out what we gotta do today. Don't make me laugh right now. I'll take worse things to say at a funeral for 200. Alright, so. I am so frustrated right now, from Jennifer Valentine. Okay, so let me explain this in a bit more detail. A colleague and I were discussing Tight Lacer's liver specimen we have here at the museum. It's a woman who died in 1907, and the liver is tapered inwards from what the doctor leading the autopsy believed was too tight lacing on her corset. It's fascinating because it's kind of a controversial topic. Tight lacing was super popular, and while people associated it with fainting or hysteria, sigh, it's actually been associated with visceroptosis? Visceroptosis? Never heard of that. Which is when the organs fall into the lower part of the abdomen, right? which is super unsettling, but can also be caused by being pregnant. So, too long didn't read. Corsets probably messed up some bones, but likely didn't do this kind of internal organ damage. And I'm tired of the condensation, or I did not say that correctly, about my wardrobe that also implies I don't know what I'm doing. These are the kinds of things I specifically research, and yet I'm treated like I know nothing about. I'm having a day, Charlie. Oh. Oh, did I? Can I rant for just a second? I'm so tired of hearing strangers, colleagues, anybody, cough, male colleagues, get on my case for wearing corsets. I wear them under my blazer and over a nice blouse, so it's not like I'm dressing inappropriately, even though dress codes are such sexist bullshit anyways. And I hate how their misogyny gets veiled in faux concern. Jen, I'm just worried you're damaging your body. You know what corsets do to livers, right? Corsets don't do anything to livers. They're definitely not hurting me as much as your condensation is hurting my head. I don't think I did not say that right. It's condensation? No, it's not condensation. It's condescension. Condescension. Sorry, I'm out of sorts right now. I'll send you another email in a little bit when I've cooled off. Okay. I kind of want to go here. I want to see if it's here. Oh! Oh! This is the actual... Jen is a mood. She's a mood. Mood and a half. Here's what to wear when you're attending a funeral from a different culture. Here we go. This is some interesting learning we're doing. Yes, I want to hear some work drama that your mom is dealing with, always. Okay, so funerals monthly. What to wear when you're attending a funeral from a different culture. We all know everyone wants to be respectful at funerals. Don't talk too loudly, be kind, smile, and refrain from making inappropriate jokes, at least around the grieving family. Hey, sometimes some people do need a little bit of a pick-me-up during such hard times. Who are we to judge? And a big part of that is knowing what to wear. Roman Catholic funerals, such as these most Western funerals, tend to lean more toward the formal, black attire rule, and it works for us. Did you know that this goes back to the days of the Roman Empire, where people would wear black as a symbol for mourning? Black isn't universally the symbol for mourning, though, and if you're attending a funeral that is from a culture that is not your own, it's important to understand this. Some colors have different meanings, and despite your best intentions, the wrong choice could mean accidental offense. For example, in Hinduism and in Chinese cultures, white is a typical color for funerals. For Islam, though, it is less about the color you are wearing and more about how modestly you're dressed. Refrain from wearing any elaborate jewelry and be respectful of your behavior. For Sikh cultures, color of the clothing isn't as important as is dressing modestly and being able to appropriately sit cross-legged. Actually, being respectful is just the number one rule for any funeral, no matter what, really. Remember that, and please don't hesitate to ask what is and isn't appropriate to wear. If you are attending to support a friend, family member, or partner, this day is not about you, so be sure to do whatever you can to be as respectful and as supportive as possible, even if that means not wearing what you're used to wearing at a funeral, or even if it just means asking how you can appropriately show your respect. Alrighty. Here's from Matthew again. Alrighty. Hey there, Charlie. I was driving around the other day, taking our clients on their last trip around town, and I was thinking, strange, I know. Did I ever tell you the first time I went to a funeral? I was a teenager, about to start university, and a friend of mine was killed in a car accident, totally out of the blue. Really tragic stuff. Messed me and my friends up real good. But, so the big big day. We all got into our best suits and dresses, packed ourselves into a few cars. There were a lot of us, so we had at least 3 different cars full of us, like clown cars, you know? While we were in the procession going to the cemetery, somebody in our car got a phone call from a friend in a different car. Turns out some asshat driver who doesn't know to not get in the way of a procession drove through the intersection and smashed right straight into our friend's car. Nobody was hurt, thank God. But can you imagine getting that call? Anyways. Oh, where are we? Anyways, so one of my friends in the same car as me, the one who got the phone call, hung up and started laughing. Just laughing her ass off in that way that makes you not sure if they're really just crying or if they've gone fully off the deep end. And she laughed, and then we all started giggling because, like, go figure, life is messed up sometimes, you know? There's no moral, no point to that story, I guess. I just remembered that story and I wanted to tell you because we work with death all the time and I still sometimes get caught off guard by what that actually means. Oh, before you get any ideas, that has nothing to do with why I became a funeral director. That decision came totally later and is nothing unremarkable. Somebody has to do it and I have a strong stomach, so why not? I'll see you in a bit, Charlie. Matthew. Alrighty. Just passing this message along. Thanks for the hard work, Charlie. Alrighty. Hi, Amy. Please pass along our deepest thanks to you and your staff for the wonderful job they did with our mother's funeral. It was really lovely. Our family so rarely gets together. It was nice seeing everyone come out for such a beautiful service. My son never gets to see his family. Also, it was incredibly kind of you to let us bring our own food in. Getting to share home-cooked meals, sharing stories, being together, it meant a lot. So what I'm saying is, it was nice for everyone to be there like that, together in that way, and I know how much of that was due to the work of your staff, especially your funeral director. Thank you for making this difficult time easier for all of us. Aw, that's very nice. Alright. Hi, Charlie. Here are the instructions for your next body. You did a remarkable job on the first one. The family was very happy with you. No small feat, of course. Pleasing a grieving family isn't exactly the most comfortable of jobs. Your next job is a man named Mr. Duval. An elderly man died of old age. Nothing fancy, just a standard funeral with embalming. You can reach out to his daughter Lizzie Duval if you have any questions. She's handling her father's passing as well as can be expected. As always, don't hesitate to ask me any questions. Best, Amy Rose. P.S. Charlie, dear, please remember to wear proper embalming gear. Formaldehyde is extremely dangerous. I know I don't need to tell you, but my paternal instincts are hard to ignore. I promise I won't mother you too much. Well, just a little. Ask Matthew, he knows. Alright. So let's actually look at the website first, because why not, right? So they have the Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. So my mom has a work son basically, and he's like 22. Wow, that's very disrespectful. What the hell? Kind of sounds like a couple of the people I work with, but I won't say anything. Okay, so about Rose and Daughters. Rose and Daughters Funeral Home was founded by my grandparents back in 1956. The Rose family has proudly served the area since then, providing personal, affordable funeral services for all. I'm proud to have carried on my family business for the last 36 years, working with the best and brightest funeral directors and grief counselors in this area. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you've recently experienced a loss and would like us to help you through this hard time. Here at Rose and Daughters Funeral Home, we're committed to providing loved ones with the best and most affordable funeral services in the area. We offer a diverse range of personalized funeral service options to fit every need. Burial with open casket and reception, $5,985. Wow. It's just cheaper to do cremation, my guys. All right, let's do our next. I'll get right on it. So, here we are. We are to embalm a body. All right. Yeah, that's a lot of trauma. I mean, I think I'd be the... Yeah. I'd be traumatized too if that happened to me. Alright, so traditional burials typically require embalming, which preserves the body and prevents it from decomposing as quickly. Unless the family requests otherwise, all traditional burials will use embalming. Let's start by cleaning the body. Click the sponge and drag it over the body to clean it. We're washing this body. Alright, now we're going to click on the razor and drag it over to the body to shave it. So we're now shaving the body. This is a very simple game, by the way. Like, all I'm doing is clicking and dragging. Alright. In order to break rigor mortis, you'll have to massage the body. Click and drag over the body to massage it. So, click. All right. Actually, this game was actually inspired by Death Mom. It was inspired by Caitlin Doty. As you can see, I don't know if you saw when we were like walking around, our little character Charlie. She kind of looks like her. I did a little bit of research on her. Alright, so here's a weird thing. The eyeballs deflate once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag an eye cap into each eye socket to give it some shape. Okay. And there. Alright, so. Oh yeah, I could totally see Pushing Up Roses playing this game. I think she would really enjoy it. She probably has already played this game. Anyways, to keep the eyes shut, you'll need to glue them. Click and drag the glue onto each eye to shut it. So, we're gonna get the glue. There we go. So now the mouth sags and hollows once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag the cotton ball into the mouth to give it some shape. Boop. Alright. To keep the mouth from opening, you'll need to suture it shut. Click and drag the needle and thread over the jaw to close it. Let's do it. Alright, we did it. Click and drag lotion over the body to moisturize it. This prevents the skin from drying out. Alrighty, we're just lubing him up now. Bobby's on stream. They're men bobbies. We're just lubing him up with some lotion. Alright. Embalming involves removing blood and replacing it with preserving chemicals. Click and drag the scalpel over the neck to make an incision. Alright. Puts the lotion on its skin. Or else it gets the hose again. I haven't seen that movie in forever. I should watch it again. Scalpel. Here we go. You're going to need a tube for draining the blood. Click on the tube and drag it into the next incision. I'm sorry if this is graphic for you guys. Click on the cannula. I think this is the nope, that's the trocar. This is the cannula. And drag it onto the carotid artery. This is how you'll be preserving chemicals into the bloodstream. Carotid artery, I think, is there. Whew. Now you'll need to connect the embalming machine to the cannula. Grab some additional tubing and drag it to the cannula. Alright, we're getting some more. We're putting it here. Come on. No? Where are you supposed to be going? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not what I want. Click the button on the embalming machine to turn it on. Alrighty. In order to evenly distribute the chemicals, you have to massage them through the body. Click and drag over the body to massage it. Here we go. We're doing it, guys. We're embalming the body. Oh boy. It's a lot, man. Again, you gotta fill the whole body with this stuff. Don't worry about the legs. We're not doing the legs. Apparently. Yeah, fuck the legs. Oh! Alright. Now let's sew up that incision. Let's do it. Oh. Almost done. You need to drain the organs of any remaining fluid. Oh boy. Here we go. This is the gross part. Yes, making corpses look swaggy is... Whew. And you're done! We did it, guys. Don't worry. It wasn't that, bad. So Mike will take care of Mr. Duval's makeup as well as dressing and putting him in the casket. It's time to attend to the funeral. So now we're going to attend to the funeral. I'm all nice and dressed up again. Alright, so I think the first thing we should do is go pay our respects. Alright, let's go talk to these guys over here. See what they gotta say. He always wanted to take his grandkids to the park, play catch. He loved playing catch. Alright. He threw a mean curveball, that's for sure. Oh, there's this little boy playing... He's playing Animal Crossing. Or maybe he's playing Fortnite, I don't know. That's what kids are into, right? The Fortnite. He's humming to himself. Okay. He's playing PUBG. He's playing PUBG. Alrighty. So strange not seeing most people wear white. Oh, okay. White? Yeah, I think it's different for different family members. I can't remember. I haven't gone to many traditional funerals. So mostly white, but like definitely not red, no matter what. There's a funny story in Caitlin Doty's first book, which is Smoke Gets Into Your Eyes, when she was working at as a cremator, a crematory, and she accidentally wore red to a Chinese witness cremation, and she didn't realize that she wasn't supposed to wear red, and so the whole family was giving her dirty looks the whole time, and it was a really funny part of the book. Because she was like, I'm sorry. I came out of nowhere. I mean, it always sort of does, doesn't it? Yeah, 1 minute you're laughing, having fun, and then next, poof, that person is gone. Just like, gone. Yeah, it's weird to think about for too long, like staring at the sun. I also start to feel all fuzzy when I think about it. So weird. How our bodies just stop working like that. Yeah. Alright. Alright, it's now December. Here I am cleaning up the retort. He's playing Doki Doki Literature Club Battle Royale. Alright. Oh, here we go. Here's something interesting. LGBTQ funerals. Super Roblox 2 Turbo. Alright, so Funerals Monthly. If you've been a long-time subscriber to our emails or follow us on social media, you've no doubt heard about the misgendering of that trans people are at times subjected to during their funeral. There have been notable situations where trans women have had their wishes overruled by their families and have had their hair cut, are buried under the wrong name, and subjected to the wrong pronouns in their obituary announcements. We care a lot about this because we believe in treating every person with the same level of compassion, respect, and care. And this absolutely extends to pronouns and respecting the deceased wishes as per their lived experiences. The CDC's Funeral Director's Handbook in Death Registration and Fetal Death Reporting offers the fraught directive. Enter male or female based on observation. Do not abbreviate or use other symbols. If sex cannot be determined after verification with medical records, inspection of the body, or other sources, enter unknown. Do not leave this item blank. Leaving it up to observation obviously enters a world of issues since bodies can also be different. And because of ingrained bias, people can draw incorrect assumptions based on their own inaccurate observations. California has passed what is known as the Respect After Death Act, which states that the death certificate must reflect the deceased's gender identity as they lived it. So, a step in the right direction. People who are trans deserve the same respect in death that people who are cisgender receive. Misgendering in death takes away this respect. It can also inflict hurt and trauma on spouses and friends that have survived the deceased. So what can we do as funeral directors? Listen to the people who come into your office. In America, especially, some marriages may not be recognized as legal, depending on the laws around same-sex marriage. But this doesn't mean you're not dealing with two people who have loved each other in the same way as another couple. Listen, learn, and always be respectful. While you have to work with the next of kin, your duty is to ensure the deceased receives the utmost respect in their burial. If a funeral is to honor the deceased, then do that. Honor them. That's oh, well, have a good night, Crow. Thank you for joining. Bye, Crow. Alright, so forwarded. This is paycheck coming late. Hey, Matthew. This is embarrassing, but it seems I miscalculated some of our income and I don't have enough to pay you this week. Would it be terribly inconvenient if I cut you a check for the next week instead? If you need the money urgently, please let me know. I feel terrible about this whole thing, and I can cut you a check from my personal account if need be. I'm so sorry about this. I assure you it won't happen again. Bruh. My boss ain't paying us? What the hell? Alright. I don't like the look of this. Not one bit. I know you've only been with us for a few months, but maybe you're aware of the trouble Amy has been having. A small mom and pop shop like Rose and Daughters can't compete with the bigger guys. Anyway, don't tell Amy I sent you this. Also, I'm starving, so I'm gonna grab some fast food before taking the hearse through the car wash. 2 birds, 1 stone. And swinging back to the home. Do you want anything? A beef and cheddar? I'm going to take the hearse through the drive-thru, of course. It freaks people out. I love it. They get so awkward. Oh my god. Let me know. I'm heading out in 15 minutes. Okay. So meet cutes for death positive cuties. So I don't know if you get Cody probably doesn't know what a meet cute is. It's like a trope in like romance where like how the two main characters meet, I guess, or the two main love interests meet. That's what a meet cute is. Anyways, Charlie, I was doing some reading. I know you hate when I try to give you dating advice, but hear me out. Yes. There's this dating site that's specifically for people working in the death industry. Okay, so maybe I'm a little worried for you. You haven't mentioned anybody new since the breakup of 2014 that we will never speak of again after this moment. But you're always saying how tired you get of people being scared to ask about your day. So maybe just meeting somebody in the industry isn't the worst idea? Just promise me you'll consider it, okay? It's harder for me to make sure you're seeing sunlight when I'm all the way across the ocean. I know you look like a babe with pale skin, and witchy goth-y aesthetics are super hot right now, but vitamin D is still a good thing. Mom rant over. I'm gonna try it out because turns out people get super scared off when you tell them you work in a museum filled with dead bodies. Do you know how not interesting other people find teratomas? Charlie, I didn't even know we were this weird to outside people. I've been spoiled by having a best friend who's as much of a weirdo as I am. Miss you. Let's grab a bottle of wine for our next Skype date. P.S. If you sign up for Dead Meat... Oh my god, it's called Dead Meat! Oh my god, that sounds more like necrophilia than, oh, Jesus Christ. Isn't that the best name for the death industry dating website? Tinder rules apply. You have to like me if you come across my profile or whatever. I'm not sure how it works just yet, though. Alrighty then. Okay. Passing on this lovely note, thank you. Hi, Amy. Thank you for the wonderful evening you and your staff put together for my father's funeral. He wasn't always an easy man to get along with, but I'm glad to have seen him off in such a kind way. Thank you. Oh, very nice. Okay. So it looks like we're doing a cremation today. It says, "Hello, Charlie. Today's funeral is for a woman who died from breast cancer. Nothing fancy, just a standard cremation. Please don't hesitate to ask me if you have any questions. Best, Amy Rose. Alrighty, Sonic's girlfriend. Let's get to it. Alright, so here we are. We're gonna head on over to the retort. It's like, they catch you when you slip on some ice. Alright. Before we cremate Mrs. Hall, we need to prepare her body. Mrs. Hall's family brought clothing and jewelry for her to wear. It's important to remove these before the cremation process as to not damage them. Let's start by removing Mrs. Hall's necklace. Okay. Probably put that. Oh, we need to be able to identify Mrs. Hall's remains after she's been cremated. Click and drag the round identification tag and place it in the coffin. Boop. Great! Mrs. Hall is all set to be cremated now. Yeah. They're really cute little, oh, hi, you're the first time I've ever met you kind of thing. I don't think Cody's really paying attention. I know he's playing Fortnite, so. But he is watching the stream. He told me he was, so. Alright, let's press the button. And there she goes. Bye, Mrs. Hall. We'll see you in a few hours. So. Cody he a good boy. We're gonna go over here to this urn. Oh, hello. This is the cremulator. Contrary to popular belief, cremation doesn't turn bodies into ash so much as bone fragments. Ta-da! The more you know, right? Yes, I should visit your island. Hello, Cody. You are a good boy. Alright. Using the cremulator, we'll break these bone fragments down into ash-like remains. Let's start by placing the urn in the cremulator. Why are we placing the urn? Oh, I see. We're putting it here. Alright. Click and drag the bone fragments and drop them into the top of the cremulator. So here's Mrs. Hall's skull. Whoop! And just grinded them up. It's like making a sausage. It sounds like a Doofenshmirtz? Is that from, that's the guy from, what is, Phineas and Ferb, right? I never actually watched that show. Alright, now that all the bones have been processed, click and drag the urn back onto the counter. That's what we do. Make sure to put Mrs. Hall's necklace back into the urn. Okay. So we're going to put the necklace in. Oh. Don't forget the tag. Click on the round identification tag and drag it to the urn. Boop. Last step. Click on the urn's lid and drag it on top of the urn. Boop. All done. Amy will take the urn to the funeral parlor and present it alongside some flowers. It's time to go to the funeral. Here we are. Let's pay our respects first. I think it's only fair that we pay our respects first. Alright, now it seems like this man seems a little distraught. Maybe he's her husband. She fought really hard. She was proud of herself. She never gave up, not once. Well, she did her best. Sometimes doing your best just doesn't work out. She would have hated this music. She never wanted her funeral to be sad. She would have wanted us smiling. She said so. Well, I'm sure we should have put on like maybe some happier music, maybe. Glad she was cremated and not in like an open casket or something. Seeing her like that, I don't know if I could have. At least we all got to say goodbye. She would have liked that. This is nice, in a weird way. She'd like that we were all here, talking. She always tried to keep the family together. The food is delicious. I know that's weird, but these crab cakes are perfect. Thank you, I made them myself. I'm just gonna assume that I made them. Wow, it's Valentine's Day, guys. God, I want crab cakes. Oh boy, it's already Valentine's Day. Crazy. Oh, we've got a whole, oh boy. Let's start with From Funerals Monthly. So, you've lived your life mindful of the environment, doing your part to reduce pollution. This is protecting the earth with green burials, which is what I want to do for my body. I want a green burial. So you've lived your life mindful of the environment, doing your part to reduce pollution and generally help out where you can. So why not continue doing that even in death? At least that's the thinking for a lot of people who are turning to green or natural burials. Natural cemeteries are becoming more popular and are focused on in a few rules. Mainly, it's that bodies aren't allowed to be embalmed with chemicals that can damage the environment, and bodies must be buried in a biodegradable shroud or casket. Not only is this better for the environment, it's also cheaper. At Union Cemetery in Ontario, Canada, guess where I'm being buried? A natural burial is just over $1,000. So better for the people, the environment, and maybe not so good for big business. Let's not forget, people, this is still a business after all. But really, why go green? Green burials help preserve natural resources, work to reduce carbon emissions, protect the health of those preparing bodies, and restore and preserve natural habitats. Embalming fluids tend to contain formaldehyde, and funeral directors report a higher incidence of leukemia. Going green and not using toxic chemicals for embalming helps protect funeral directors, while at the same time lessening the impact we have on the environment after we're gone. We here at Funerals Monthly think green burials are pretty cool. What do you think? Reply and let us know. Uh-oh. Jen. A challenger has approached. I like Jen. I think Jen's my favorite character in this game. So far. Charlie. I've been playing a new game when things are slow at work. It's called Tales from the Crypt Sweeper. Get it? Get it? It's like Minesweeper, but way harder. Like, seriously, it's really, really difficult. I thought my Minesweeper game was on point after working that overnight front desk job at the hotel for 3 years, but I must have gotten rusty. Anyways, instead of mines, you want to avoid graves so you don't disturb the adorable ghosts. The main character also kind of looks like you. Want to start a healthy competition? High score gets to pick the restaurant we go to when one of us is in town next. Alrighty. Oh, this is forwarded from Ryan Garcia. Oh, we did the Garcia. That was our first body that we did. was Miss Garcia? Miss Garcia. Anyways, hi Amy. I know this email might be a bit odd, but you said if I was ever having troubles, I should reach out and you would know somebody I could talk to about all of this. I don't know what to do now. I know my grandmother had lived a full good life and she was very happy, and that she's not in any pain now, but I still feel empty. Amy, I've never felt this empty before. What am I supposed to do now? I thought I was stronger than this. Can you refer me to someone to talk to? I don't want to freak out my mom right now. She's dealing with enough with work and the will and trying to just be the best mom she can. I just need somebody to tell me that it'll be okay. Thank you, and I'm sorry for being an inconvenience. Ryan. Oh, poor boy. I think that was the little boy that was like, "Hey, can we go get something to eat now?" I think that was him. I thought I would forward this to you. In situations like this, we typically connect people like Ryan with a grief counselor or other professionals who can really help him. Sometimes we get emails like this when people don't know where else to turn. It's difficult, and family isn't always the most reliable for some people. Usually I would be happy to connect him, but I'm feeling a little tired today, not my usual self, and it would be good for you to start building these kinds of relationships on your own. You're a treasure, Charlie. From Amy. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Okay, I see. Charlie, I thought you'd like to see this thank you note. Hi, Amy. I'm so eternally grateful that you were able to accommodate our requests for my sister's funeral. It was a beautiful service, and she would have been very happy with it. That's such a weird thing to say, isn't it? Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Margareta. I like that name. Margareta. Alright. So news about the future of Rose and Daughter's funeral home. Uh-oh. Hi, y'all. It is with very heavy heart that I write to let you all know that Rose and Daughters will no longer be in business. I had no idea how to start this email, and resources I googled told me that it would be best and easiest way to break the ice. Be direct but remorseful, Google said. The truth is, I don't really know what to say. Since my father passed away, I've done my best to make Rose and Daughters warm and friendly to anyone who chose to use our services. It was my memorial to him, the original Rose, in a lot of ways. And you've all become like family, including you, Charlie, our most recent addition. But it's been getting harder to make ends meet. Rent is going up in the neighborhood, and I'm finding less and less is like I have the energy for this business. There's a lot of competition from other funeral homes, larger corporations that we are that can take on more business and offer more impressive services. You know the way it goes. So we've been bought, or I sold. Either way, soon, Hillside Heritage Enterprises Incorporated, a company that owns many funeral homes in the cities across the country, will replace Rose and Daughters starting from the beginning of next month. Same building, same name. They're keeping the name Rose and Daughters Funeral Home for tax purposes, though honestly, I'm trying hard not to just see it as a move on their part to keep up the image that it's a family-run business. I don't know how I feel about that, but I also don't know if there's anything I can do at this point either. I've signed the papers. At least my father's legacy is still intact, somewhat. They have a good reputation and have agreed to keep you all on. That was one of my stipulations. I would sell as long as you weren't without a job. Sorry I didn't tell you were in a more personal way. I would have loved to have a company lunch, but I admittedly didn't have the heart to tell you in person. This was easier for me. Please understand. So I guess we're selling out. Which, Alrighty. I don't know how I feel about that, selling out. Alright. So. Hi, Charlie. Please see the note below about the pacemaker. They can be tricky. Hi, Amy. You asked if there were any special instructions we wanted to pass along. Just please cremate my father. He has a pacemaker too. The doctor told me that would need to be removed. Alrighty. I guess we're removing a pacemaker now. We're selling out. Shaking my head. Anyways, let's go over here. And... Alright, so Mr. Reyes came directly from the hospital, so we don't have to worry about removing any valuables from him, as the family did not provide any for us to include. However, Mr. Reyes has a pacemaker and will need to remove that before cremation. Because pacemakers are batteries, they will explode inside the hot heat of a cremation machine, and we definitely don't want that. Let's start by removing Mr. Reyes' pacemaker. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Reyes? Or is it... Whatever. Reyes. So we're gonna quickly do a little scalpel cut. You can see the pacemaker. Click on the forceps and click and drag the pacemaker out of the heart. Woo! We're performing some surgery. Alright, put the forceps away, then place the round identification tag in the coffin. Alright, Mr. Reyes is all set to be cremated now. So let's do that. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I've been just over an hour with this. This game was only supposed to be an hour, but I'm a slow-ass reader. So, that's probably why it's taken me an hour to finish this game. Though I think we're very close to the end of the game. So. Cody was wrong. He said, oh, it's only going to take you an hour to finish that game. Not even. Here we are, an hour and 17 minutes in. Alright, so, using the cremulator, we'll break the bone fragments into ash-like remains. We're going to place this urn here. And we're going to put the bones in. Let's start with the skull, since it's the biggest. And this rib. And this one. And this one. Alright, we gotta put the urn back here. And we gotta place the identification tag. And place the lid. Boop. All done. Alrighty. Yeah, stuff it, Cody. Like a calzone. Yeah, fuck you, Cody. You said this game was only gonna take an hour. It's almost been an hour and a half now. Alright, so. Here we are. Let's go pay our respects first. Let's go talk to this guy. I always told him to quit smoking, but of course he never listened to me, so that figures. Yeah, don't smoke, guys. Don't be smoking. I wonder if he ever liked me. He was nice to me, but I don't know. He never seemed like he really cared if I was there or not. Huh. My grandpa was cremated, but the priest said he wouldn't hold a service for him unless we buried him. That's bullshit. That's not very nice. That's really uncool. What do you want to do after this? It's pretty nice out. Let's change and go find a patio somewhere. Sounds good. I could really use a beer right now. Hey, did I ever tell you the time we tailgated? Hey, man. You spent a bunch of money on a fancy urn just to put it in the ground. That sucks, man. See, that's not fair. Alright. Did you ever end up clearing the air with your father? No, we talked a few times, but no, not really. He sounded like a difficult man. He was stubborn. That's just it. Stubborn. I'm wondering if these two are like lesbians. They look like they're lesbians. I'm gonna say that they're a lesbian couple, and that the one that was saying, hey, did you clear the air with your father? She's his daughter. And then... Or no, the one that says, hey, I don't know. My thoughts are all over the place right now. Alright, it's February 28th. It's time for the big corporate takeover. They're lesbians. I'm gay, I would know. From the Isle of Lesbos. Oh my god. Alrighty. I'm gonna roll up my sleeves a bit, because we're getting into the nitty-gritty of it now. Let's start with Funerals Monthly again. Welcome back! Now, we rarely do listicles here, but for this month's newsletter, we thought a listicle would be the best way to deliver this month's advice. What not to say at a funeral. We know figuring out the right thing to say to a grieving friend can be extremely difficult, since that's such a personal issue. It's hard to give specific advice. Some things will be more comforting to other people. But fortunately, we can deliver a little bit more solid advice on what not to say to someone who is grieving. So here it is, Funeral Monthly's top 5 things not to say at a funeral. Number 1, at least they're no longer suffering. Even if this is true, nobody wants to hear this. It's probably not your place to dictate. Who wants to be told that the death of somebody they love is for the best? Like I said, even if it's true, don't be that jerk and just don't say it. Number 2, were they saved? No religious statements. Just don't. Why? Because not everyone agrees with your religious views, and not only is it not always comforting, it can also be very insulting. I agree with that. They're with the angels now. See above note, then rinse, repeat. Let me know how I can help. This one is tricky. You want to help, but those in mourning won't always ask you for help. If you want to help, suggest specific things. For example, I'm free if you need somebody to babysit the kids. Actions are better than passive statements. Cook something for them. Take them to their favorite restaurant, or buy the tickets to see a movie together. I know how you feel. Even if you think you do, everyone grieves differently. Don't focus this on yourself. Empathy doesn't always involve having to commiserate. Sometimes people will want to hear your experiences, but don't assume they will. Ask first. For a quicker version of this list that can be applied in any situation, don't say stuff just for the sake of saying stuff. Just say, I'm sorry, if you don't know what else to say. That's good advice, man. Uh-oh. She's got mushrooms. Ha ha! Alright. So, Jen says, you hate mushrooms so much, I found the perfect thing for you. I've been thinking about death. I know, shocker. Look at what you've done to me. I think I want this mushroom suit. No, it's not called that, but I can't remember the name of it. And I'm writing you on my phone, so I don't feel like Googling it right now. Anyways, the idea is it's a biodegradable suit that the deceased wears. It's made from what people call a biomix, i.e. mushrooms and other microorganisms that help decompose bodies, neutralize toxins in the body, and provide nutrients for the soil and plants. I think this one company even offers casket liners for use in green caskets. I think this is what I want. It'll be just like Hannibal. Oh, it's that one episode of fucking Hannibal. Wait, don't tell people I said that, okay? But seriously, it's pretty cool. I love the death innovation happening. We might as well do something when we're in the ground, you know? Love you. Think about it and let me know your thoughts. I want all of your thoughts. If it's not this, then maybe I'll have my ashes made into jewelry. But seriously, I'm probably going to do this. There's no harm in planning ahead, am I right? There is no harm. Alright, so. Yeah, honorable mention, don't say poggers at a funeral. That's... Or don't say 360 no scope. Just don't mention video games at all. So Amy said, thought I'd pass this along to you. It's from Mariana Reyes. Hi, Amy. I just wanted to thank you for the service the other month and apologize if I was abrupt. It was kind of a shock for me, and I didn't feel comfortable with the whole process. He wasn't supposed to die yet. It hasn't been easy. Poggers in the chat, guys. Poggers in the chat. Oh, okay. All right. So, here we go. Charlie, I was hoping you wouldn't have to confront the situation. Yet anyways, they're never easy. Rosen Daughters has been asked to prepare the body of a young man who took his own life. He had a will prepared and asked for cremation, but the family has demanded a traditional burial instead. Unfortunately, he didn't make anyone his power of attorney or didn't have any witnesses signing his living will or his advance directive regarding these wishes, so his family is legally in the right to do whatever they want with his body. It's unfortunate, but we have to do what as his family wishes. Matthew has graciously offered to take this on if you are uncomfortable with the subject. Instead, we have a second body you can prepare for a funeral we're hosting later in the afternoon. Charlie, is suicide something you're comfortable dealing with? Let me know. I'm here if you need me. Oh. Good day, Miss Rose. Disregard our son's will as it concerns matters of his burial. He was clearly not thinking right and didn't know what he really wanted. Proceed with an open casket funeral. As for payment, we'll bring a check. Alright, guys. Let's see. Should I do this one or should I do the other body? What do you guys think? Man, fuck that. Fuck that family. Does not seem very caring of their loved one there. This is sort of the first time we've ever actually had to branch off and make an actual decision here. Nothing has changed about this. So, what do you guys think? Should I do it or should I leave it for Matthew? Either way, we're gonna end up preparing a body. Just one's a suicide victim and the other is just a normal body. I should do it? Okay. I think we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Alright, so here he is. They've asked for an open casket funeral. Let's start by cleaning the body. We're going to be very respectful and, follow this procedure as we would. Now we're gonna break the rigor mortis. And insert the eye caps. Okay. Now we're gonna glue his eyes. And we're gonna put cotton balls. We're gonna sew it all shut. And we're gonna moisturize our body. Alright. Now here comes the gross part. Place the tubing in the cannula, and we're gonna turn on the machine. There we go. I don't know if we're actually timed or not, but I hear the clicking of a clock. So my mom said she would never want it to be cremated because it would hurt to be burnt. And I was like, if it hurts, then someone didn't do their job right. I mean, that's true. You're dead. You won't feel anything, trust me. Alright, now we're gonna stitch up the incision. You ever just be like, damn, cremating gets hurts, man. I get all burnt. Alright, so let's head over to this funeral now. This is gonna be a very interesting funeral. First off, let's pay respects to our dearly departed. And let's talk to these two first. They seem very distraught. I still can't believe he did it. I feel like I should have known, you know? Been able to do something to stop it. There's no way you could have known. You can't blame yourself. He wouldn't have wanted that. I know. It hurts. Yeah, I know. Alright. Let's talk to these guys over here. Ooh. I think I lowered my headset by accident. Whoops! I heard it wasn't going to be open casket. I'm surprised it's public. Usually funerals for these circumstances are more private. Well, that's not what the family wanted. So, let's talk to this lady over here. She's all by herself. See how she's doing. I wish we were closer. Wow, I still can't believe this is real. My baby brother. I should have played more games with him when he asked. Ooh, that's... No, don't walk over there. Walk over here. Uh-oh. Quiet sobs. Oh, poor guy, man. March 3rd, 10:45 a.m. All right. We've got more emails to read. Okay, so funerals monthly. Alrighty. Different funeral traditions. Funeral rites, even in our own culture, maybe be something many of us may be unfamiliar with. For many people, all they know of funeral traditions are what they've seen in the media. But I think this goes without saying, funeral rites and traditions aren't the same across the board. Whoops, sorry. Different cultures have different protocols for cleaning the body to different aspects of the service itself. Religion provides different paths for dealing with a death, but the goal is almost always the same, offering support, guidance, and ease to the people who are grieving. In Judaism, interment usually begins immediately after somebody has passed. Oh, you noticed that? Okay. Hillside Heritage. Rose and Daughters is the newest funeral home to join Hillside Heritage, proudly serving 56 different communities nationwide. Since 1964, Rose and Daughters features several available packages for burials and cremations, a spacious visitation suite for added comfort, and catering available on site. Rely on our dedicated and friendly staff to help you with your funeral needs, whether you need our immediate assistance for a loved one or would like to pre-plan your own final arrangements. Oh, I don't like any of this. Ooh. We offer many packages fitted to suit every size of gathering and budget. Ask us about our selection of caskets, urns, and headstones, the largest in the country. So we have funeral packages, bronze funeral package, an intimate gathering and memorial for your loved one, customized to fit your individual needs, best suited for groups to 25 to 50. Silver funeral package, a small but special celebration for your loved one, best suited for groups of 50 to 100. That's not a small. It's not a small celebration. What the hell? Gold funeral package. Give your loved one the best with the best we have to offer. A large gathering to celebrate your loved one, best suited for groups over 100. Subject to additional fees and taxes. Payment plans available. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Anyways, let's continue on with Judaism. In Judaism, interment usually begins immediately after somebody has passed, up until burial. The body is never supposed to be alone, so often families will appoint a shomer. I don't know if I said that right. A guardian to remain with the body. Preparations for burial begin as soon as possible in Muslim traditions as well. Local Islamic community organizations are also often involved and help the family make arrangements for the funeral service and burial. But not all practices. Now let's talk about Judaism. Somebody clip that. Somebody clip it. Not all practices are somber. Oh wait, no. But not all practices are strictly religious focused. In the aughts in the South Korea, the amount of graveyard space began to shrink drastically, causing a law to be passed that required families to remove a loved one's body from its burial place after 60 years. Many families began to cremate more often, but there are also companies that compress remains into beads in turquoise, pink, or black ink, called death beads. This it also occurs in North America, Europe, and Japan, but remains much more common in South Korea because of the space issue in graveyards and the expenses of cremation. Not all practices are somber either. Ever hear of the turning of the bones or Famidihana. I don't know if I said that right. A ritual by the Malagasy people of Madagascar. Famadihana has families return to an ancestral crypt, exhume the bodies wrapped in cloth before dancing with the bodies to lively music. This practice is a celebration, remembrance, and a way of keeping the deceased involved in family news. Okay. Sounds cool. Death can be a difficult time for many people, obviously, but that doesn't mean that there isn't beauty in the ways we choose to honor and celebrate our deceased. All right. Uh-oh. Forwarded. Let's see. Death Cafe. Alrighty. Come increase awareness of death with a view to helping people make the most of their finite lives. Join us, have a tea and cake, and talk with others about our thoughts, fears, and illuminations on death. The founder of the Death Cafe movement, John Underwood, that's a very on-the-nose name, once said, "When people talk about death and dying, it tends to illustrate their humanity." See everyone at the Upside Down Jar next Thursday from the Death Cafe. There we go. From Jen. Can't really write much right now. I have a lot of work I have to do with an inguinal hernia from 1750. It's the oldest in our collection, and you can even see this bit of paper the surgeon put in after removing the hernia. Oh, super cool. I'll send you the link when we have it cataloged. What is my life? What is that sentence I just typed? But anyways, this event that I'm forwarding to you is taking place near you. Figured you'd be into it. Might help with that feeling of restlessness you were talking about before. Could be good to talk about some of the things you're feeling. Lots of death-positive people there. Sounds like it'll be a safe space. All right. And from Matthew. Oh, what the hell? So, can I just say, first off, that this is bullcrap. Knowing how these corporations run, I wouldn't be surprised if they're monitoring our emails now. No, okay, I don't really believe that. I'm just upset. I get that Amy didn't have much of a choice. You can only fight a huge corporation taking all of your business for so long. This isn't 6 feet under. And they just swooped in, and now we have to deal with their BS practices. They're colder than the corpse I picked up from the morgue this morning. Who charges this much for funerals? It feels dirty and exploitative. Let's grab a drink after work. I need to blow off some steam, and emails aren't really the most appropriate place to do this. Too late for me, I guess. P.S. If you're reading this, Hillside Overlord, good. Alright, so I'm guessing our new boss is named Chad. He's a real Chad. Definitely not a virgin. Don't let me make weird jokes like that ever again. Alright. From Chad Grant. We are pleased to bring on Rose and Daughters as part of Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Incorporated. They will be another institution amongst hundreds of other properties owned across the country. But of course, as part of the adjustment process to the Hillside Heritage Enterprises Incorporated culture, there will be a number of changes that will come to Rose and Daughters. We will send out the memo regarding the specifics and details of these changes, and we expect them to be followed impeccably. Glad to be leading the way for Rose and Daughters from now on. Oh. All right. Charlotte. Oh. Excuse me. My name is Charlotte? No. My name is Charlie. Hello? Alright. Charlotte. Below are the details for our next client. Ensure you follow the requested specifications exactly. After you're done, I will review your work in order to properly evaluate you at the end of the month. Oh, we're getting evaluations now. Huh! I don't like that. I'm joking. Thank you, Mr. Grant, for agreeing to take care of Jocelyn's cremation. The bike accident was, well, it was more than I was expecting. I know she wanted to be cremated, and to be honest, I don't think I could bear seeing her like that after what happened. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, let's prepare Miss Lonesco's body for cremation. Let's remove her watch. Let's place the identification tag. And let's cremate. Ugh! Corporate! Nobody likes corporate. Alright, let's go over to the cremulator now. Let's start with the skull. Boop. Put her watch in the urn and her identification tag. And there we go. All done. Matthew will take Miss Lonesco's urn to the funeral parlor and present it alongside some flowers. Alright, it's time for a funeral. Alright, let's see. Let's go pay our respects first. Alright, and let's go talk. She was always so careful. Wore her helmet, signaled, used the bike lanes. Asshole drivers, they need to pay attention. Have you heard what's happening to the driver? No, I haven't wanted to ask Leia. This has been hard enough on them, without asking about the legal ramifications of all this. Yeah, after all this, let's see what we can do to help them. Shouldn't deal with the death of their partner all by themselves. Let's go over here and talk to this guy. So glad it was a cremation. I would have lost it seeing her body. Alright. I have to go through all of her things. How am I supposed to decide what to keep? If you need help, I can help. No thanks. I mean, but no, I don't know. It's so intimate. Feels like I should do it myself. She would kill me if others saw the things we have. What do you guys have? Yeah, she was kind of a closed book, except to you. Yeah, she was special. What the hell did they have? What did they have? What secrets did they hold? I'm glad I'm here, but wow, I just need a glass of wine to binge watch something right now. You and me both, lady. You and me both. Should we do a vigil at the spot? Oh, that reminds me. There was a child that, or like somebody that got hit by a car very close to my work recently. So somebody, I guess, I don't know, but there's like a bunch of flowers at the corner there. Careless drivers, I swear to God. Well, I hope that the driver gets put in jail. Or, the proper punishment. Anyways, March 24th, 10:30 a.m. This is a very long game. We're almost 2 hours in. Cody was wrong. All right. So let's do funerals monthly first. Home funerals. Why do it? The appeal of a home funeral is apparent for many, especially if the deceased was somebody very close to you. The idea of keeping them at home until they are ready to be buried or cremated can be comforting. It wasn't that long ago that we were taking care of our own deceased, but nowadays people are quick to pass off their loved ones to a funeral home. Most families aren't given the option and assume that this is mandatory. Funeral homes will almost always prepare the deceased using embalming and other methods to make them appear more alive. But isn't this process counterintuitive to the grieving process? Being around the deceased allows the bereaved to spend a longer period of time with their loved one's body, which can help them mourn or give them opportunities to family members and friends to see the deceased one last time before they are taken to be buried or cremated. The idea of keeping the deceased body at home might sound gross, but it's important to understand that decomposition takes a long time, and you can further slow this process by keeping your home cool and dry. To be around your loved ones and to see them decay naturally is an important part of the grieving process. Home funerals aren't just more intimate, but they are economical. A traditional funeral, complete with body preparation, service flowers, cards, and many other hidden costs and fees, can cost upwards to $7,000 to $10,000. When you're able to take care of your loved one yourself, to wash and dress them, and to organize their viewing from home, the only cost remaining is entirely in the cremation or burial itself. However, it's important to understand that different rules apply given on the state you live in. In all states, it is legal to have your loved one's body at home after they die. States like Alabama, Connecticut, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, Nebraska, New Jersey, and New York require a funeral director's involvement, from signing the death certificate to overseeing burial or cremation. If this is a route you decide to go for yourself or your loved ones, make sure you follow everything by the book. But just know that this may be an option available to you and your loved ones, if so choose. Alrighty. From Jen. I just saw a video of a gorilla walking on its hind legs like a human being, Charlie. A human being! We as a species have seen the beginning of our end. Oh boy. Oh, Jen. Uh-oh. Hello, Charlotte. I have reviewed your request on behalf of a potential family, inquiring we at Hillside Heritage can and will perform green burials. I should have informed you of this in the beginning, but we do not perform green funerals as they are not cost effective. All employees and subsidiaries of Hillside Heritage must comply. We do not wish to lose potential customers, though, so do try your hardest to convince the families requesting green burials to instead choose a traditional burial package, complete with embalming caskets and vaults instead. I trust you will ensure we do not lose any customers, Charlotte. Excuse me? I don't like that. That's a big no. That's a big no from me. Alrighty. Here we go. We've got fucking Chad again. As stated in a previous email, here are the new rules and code of conduct I expect you to follow from now on while on any premises belonging to Hillside Heritage. First and foremost, there is a required uniform and strict dress code from now on. Second, most importantly to this, is that no tattoos are to be visible. If you have visible tattoos, ensure they are properly covered and hidden. No! When speaking with customers and clients, consider the opportunity to upsell, i.e., yeah, man, fuck that. I want to quit this job now. When speaking with customers and clients, consider the opportunity to upsell, i.e., always encourage the deceased loved ones to purchase the higher quality package. We find that encouraging loved ones to think of the comfort and style of the deceased as an experience with no price limit on it. They're dead! But additionally, food is no longer allowed to be brought in. Instead, encourage the deceased loved ones to purchase our premium sandwich and appetizer food package. Our partner catering concepts provides high-quality food that will be delivered weekly from their factory and can easily be defrosted in the morning of the funeral. Disgusting! What if we have like a Mexican family that want to bring in, Mexican food? Like, or we have like a Chinese family who would prefer to have, traditional snacks and things from their culture. Like, what the hell? What? No, I don't like this game anymore. I expect all of the above changes to be instituted effective immediately to ensure a smooth transition. Man, I get you, Matt. I get you. Charlie, I need a drink. Beer after work? Also, I really want mozzarella sticks. I can be both hungry and angry. No, I will not say hangry, ever. Man, I hope Charlie quits too, man. Alright. Latest contract acquisition, the city. Charlotte, I'm proud to announce that the Hillside Heritage received contract with the city to dispose of any unclaimed bodies. This is an important revenue stream for us, as I'm sure I don't need to explain it to you. Although Hillside Heritage Enterprises is being paid a decent wage from the city for these services, cremation is preferred here as it is the most cost-efficient of the two options. The first unclaimed body we will be handling belongs to a middle-aged man, possibly homeless, whose body has yet to be claimed. No special preparations are needed for this cadaver, aside from cremation. Okay. Well, I'm happy to help the homeless, I guess. But look, I have tattoos on. Like, I can't wear my tattoos out and proud? That's not fair. Chad really can eat a bag of dicks. Like, fuck that guy. Before we cremate this gentleman, we'll need to prepare his body. He doesn't seem to have any valuables on him that would be damaged during cremation, so let's just worry about putting his identification tag into the coffin with him. Okay. He's all set. I hope she finds like a better, like a mom and pop funeral home to go to again. Like, I really do. And then she just quits this job and moves on. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's do the cremulator. Alrighty. I don't know why we're having a funeral. I mean, I guess you should anyways, right? Even if nobody shows up. I showed up. So that is important. At least there's one person to wish him into the next life, you know? Anyways, guess it's time to get back to the grind. That's a little cremulator joke. Okay. Hello, all. We are thrilled to announce that Hillside Heritage subsidiary Rose and Daughters has just signed a contract with Morning Valley Hospital, allowing us access to all of the cadavers that come through their pediatric and maternity wards. We're excited for the opportunity to work with Morning Valley Hospital, which intakes over 100,000 patients and receives $15 million in funding and donations annually. This will no doubt be a boon for Hillside Heritage, bright and sustained future. So I guess we're getting children and babies, or babies and pregnant women. I don't know how I feel about that. Water everywhere and not a drop to drink. Water cremation. Oh, aquamation! I've been reading about this. This is really interesting stuff. We can call it a few different things, like flameless cremation, a bit of an oxymoron, but we'll let it slide. Or perhaps more commonly, resomation. Its technical name, though, is actually alkaline hydrolysis. Whatever we want to call it, it's here, and it's an environmentally friendly alternative to traditional cremation. But for the sake of this newsletter, let's call it water cremation. We all know that traditional cremation and burials take a huge toll on the environment, the high energy consumption that adds to the greenhouse gas effect being one of the chief among them. And water cremation is an alternative method available for the eco-conscious among us. How does it work? It's basically a water-based chemical process that uses really strong alkali in the water, heated up very high, about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Basically works like a sped-up version of natural decomposition. The excess water gets put through the same water treatment process as any sewage water at a factory, and alkaline hydrolysis usually uses significantly less energy than traditional cremation process. Neat, huh? It's been around for a bit, and in some places became legal around the end of the first decade of the aughts. Not a bad alternative for those who don't want their death to have any greater impact on the environment than necessary. So, that's interesting. From Jen Love, it says, I kissed her. So, clearly. Dating a special effects makeup artist, and she is like the coolest person I've ever met in my life. She totally loves Ava's possession and was equally freaked out by the possession scenes, but so utterly delighted at the idea of a support group for people who have been possessed. That was your best recommendation in a while, Charlie. You were slipping there. I was getting worried you had lost your taste. But yeah, her name is Lily, and she's super death positive and isn't freaked out by my work, and also isn't too into it like that last dude I saw. Jason, Michael, I can't remember. I just really like spending time around her. I can talk about whatever I want, and it's never a conversation stopper. She also totally gets what I mean when I say that, like, working with death and spending so much time thinking about death actually makes me happier. It makes everything else feel so much more worth it, you know? Memento mori, or whatever they taught us in that one poetry class we took. We just clicked. Feels good. Fun and affirming, like dating should be. I'm thinking of taking her to Maple Meadows. She's super into roller coasters, and I think the idea of sharing cotton candy, or maybe not, I don't want to throw up on the rides, is sickeningly cute. Then maybe I'll kiss her on top of a Ferris wheel. Be super corny and cliche for once in my life. Anywho, enough about me for now. I'm still kind of in shock from your last email. Do you think you're going to do it? You know you have my support, no matter 100%, no matter what you decide. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at this. Look, register a business. Yo, look at that. Look at it. We are totally gonna open our own funeral home. Listen, I'm down for that. If you're interested in starting a funeral services business, you may need the following permits and licenses: articles of incorporation. Let's fucking go! Let's do this! Let's do it! The applicant must file articles of incorporation, BCA, blah, 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 registration of a business name. What will we name our fucking funeral home? We'll call it Charlie's Funeral Home. All right, so Matthew, Charlie, it's official. I've put in my 2 weeks notice. You know how unhappy I am working for Mega Corporation 101. My skills, especially my driving ones, are useful in other professions, so I'm not worried about myself. But you I am worried about. You're too good for this corporate scum. You actually care about the people you work with and for. Don't let them defeat you, okay? P.S. I'll bring beers over next week. We can talk a bit more freely. Alrighty. Charlotte, I see you were not able to convince the Dimka family to take a standard funeral. I had to contact them myself in order not to lose this sale. Please read the enclosed emails for a lesson on how to properly upsell potential customers. I don't want to see that we've lost any customers because of your refusal to upsell. That is part of your job. No, it's not part of my job. No. Home funeral for my wife. Okay, we'll take the traditional funeral package. Thank you for considering us in this. I understand your desire to keep your wife at home, but I assure you the best way to honor your wife is through a traditional funeral package instead. I promise you your wife's funeral with us will be a beautiful, intimate gathering where all of your beloved friends and family can come together and say their goodbyes. A standard embalming will allow for everyone to view your wife, ensuring that everyone can see her one final time as she was beautiful, peaceful, and courageous. Letting us take care of the food with our prepared food service will ensure you don't have a single thing to worry about on this day. You and your daughters are going through a hard time right now. Let us know, blah, blah, blah. Regarding the last time we spoke, my daughters and I would still prefer to host a home funeral ourselves and keep my wife here until she's ready to be buried. I just want to make sure she's taken care of. Her heart attack was so sudden. I don't like that. It's not cool, my guy. Listen, my job is to embalm people, it's to cremate people, and it's to make sure that the family is happy with the services that I've provided. I don't. Alrighty, here we go. We're gonna put lotion over this towel. That'll be moisturizing the body. But we can't put female titties on Twitch. Otherwise we will get banned. So, no female titties on Twitch. No female presenting nipples, even in death. We're not allowed. Twitch will be like, no, fuck this. Ban this bitch. Even if this is an educational game. Well, oops. I gotta go to bed. Oh, good night. Have a good night, Ken. Thank you for coming. I really gotta, I gotta get ready for bed too soon. Oh my goodness. I think maybe we should end the stream soon. I'm glad you came. Thank you. It was very, very lovely having you. Good night. Let's see. We'll finish this one. Come on. We'll finish this. And then we'll quit for the evening. I don't know how to quit this game. I don't know how to go back to the main menu in this game. That's my Anyways, here we are. Let's go pay our respects. And once we finish this, I will quit the game. I don't know if I'll have to replay everything. Does it auto-save? That's the thing, is I don't know. Do you think we did the right thing? I feel bad for not doing what Mom asked for. I know, honey, but what that Chad guy said seems right. We don't want to dishonor her memory by letting her rot. Yeah, I just want Mom to know I loved her, which I hadn't yelled at her before. Shh, it's okay. You know, she knew you loved her. Fights happen. Please don't be hard on yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her. Me too. This feels so impersonal. She would have hated this. Yeah, but I don't know. They must have had their reasons. Oh hey, what did you think of that trailer I sent you? Oh yeah, I heard that show is so good. I saw that video of the one kid actor doing karaoke. Okay. It's so cold in here. I think they have the air conditioning on too high. Yeah, let's go for a walk later. It's really nice out. Would be good to stretch my legs. Alrighty. I'm starving. Why do these things always make me so hungry? You're always hungry. Alrighty. Okay, I'm gonna try and figure out how to... August 30th, 9 a.m. Ah! Oh, shit! Oh, we got our own little... Oh, look at this! What the... Wow! Okay, I'm gonna try and figure out if we can save. Wow! Charlie, dear, I'm so proud of you. I knew there was something special in you when I hired you for Rose and Daughters. If there is anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. I'm always happy to help. I sorely miss you and Matthew's terrible sense of humor. Okay, I'm gonna try and click the close button. Will that work? Oh, no, it just... Oh! Oh! There's a little skull in the corner. How do I get to the main menu, then? You know what? I'm gonna Google this. Sometimes you gotta Google something. I'm gonna assume the little skull in the corner was like an autosave button. So, let's see. How to save and quit a Mortician's tale. Okay, that doesn't help me with anything. Doesn't tell me how to do anything. Escape! That, you know what? That's... Oh! See? I'm a fucking idiot. Let's exit to main menu. And we'll see if... Oh, yes, it does. It gives me the option to continue game. Ooh. Gives me the option to continue game. Anyways, thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate you guys coming in. We'll probably finish this maybe next Monday. I think we're pretty much at the end of the game. So, seems like that seems to be like the little end of the game is, hey, you got your own little funeral home going now. So anyways, I really appreciate you guys showing up. Thank you for sharing this with me, and I had a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay? Alrighty. Bye, everybody.